Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney, and I am answering publicly posted questions from YouTube users, getting folks the answers they need from an employment attorney. We have a question here from YouTube user Charles Johnstone, who has, I think, asked many questions of the channel before. And I get the sense that Charles might be a little annoyed with me right now because Charles asks me, Vince, do you believe all women? Do some women lie? And that sounds like a loaded question. It's on a video that we put up recently, about 11 days ago, I think, about an individual who brought a sexual harassment claim, and her employer then went after her for the allegation that she was too flirtatious and investigated her. And I think in the video, I was kind of like believing the person asking the question because that's what I do. I'm here to help. I'm here to help people and answer their questions, and I'm not going to assume they're lying. But I think that led to Charles' question. I'll read Charles' question one more time. Vince, do you believe all women? Do some women lie? And I responded in text to Charles, and I'll read that here, and then I'll go a little further. Here's what I responded. It is my job to believe all victims of sexual harassment or workplace discrimination until they give me a reason not to. I've certainly ended representation when I became aware that someone was lying. Side note, especially lying under oath. That's a huge deal. But yeah, you can't, making up these cases has so many horrible ramifications that you can't, it's horrible. Lying in this field is horrible. I'm not saying it happens a lot. I'm saying that when it does happen on rare occasions, it hurts so many people. My response goes on, but the world is full of people who would not believe a victim. It is my job to balance that equation. So that's my point, Charles. When someone, you seem to want it to be a woman here, but I don't care what the gender identity of a human being is. If they've been the victim of sexual harassment or workplace discrimination and they come to me for help, I'm going to tend to believe what they're saying. And that's going to last until there's a reason to not believe them, right? If they can't keep the story straight and it's very self-serving in how that happens, well, that's going to be a problem. If the evidence doesn't support what they're saying, if it seems like their story just doesn't match reality, that at that point is going to cause me to say, like, hey, why is everything you're saying turn out to be untrue, right? And I'll investigate that. And I do that for self-preservation because we invest a lot of money in the cases of the people that we represent. And I also do it just out of human decency because, you know, we put the hurt on defendants. And if someone's actually innocent, I would prefer not to destroy their life. Piece by systematic piece, methodically disassembling whatever they built for themselves. That's something I would like to save for bad actors who do bad things, or as I like to say, bad people who do bad things. So, Charles, yeah, I believe people when they come to me. Most of the world doesn't. And I don't think somebody who's representing victims of workplace discrimination or workplace sexual harassment needs to align with the rest of the world. I think it's actually very important that we counterbalance the rest of the world. I think it's something where the truth is going to win out, but the truth doesn't have a chance to win out if I don't believe the people who come to me. And I'm not going crazy here, right? If the story is that my sexual harasser walked on water to get across the lake to do something bad to me, color me skeptical, right? But if everything makes sense and I have no reason not to believe someone, I'm gonna believe. And that's true whether it's my case or the case of some person in another state, right? If there's some attorney in California who's got a case and the case looks legit, but people are like, oh, I think she's a liar. Don't you think she's a liar? No, I don't. And people are like, well, Vince, you can be honest with us. You're not gonna make money on that case. Yeah, I'm not. I believe that person until I have a reason not to. The end. And listen, I know a lot of people who don't. A lot of defense attorneys, some who are famous on network news, their whole thing is being a doubting person who goes on network news and talks about how all the women do these things for money and this and that. And I don't agree with that. I think it's a really stupid perspective. This is not a good way to make a quick buck. Lying about a case is not. I know people are like, oh my God, everybody, so much money, fake money, lies, 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 easy money. Yeah, it's not. It's a really hard process. And it impacts your life and your well-being to go forward and fight one of these cases and be a plaintiff. And I don't think anybody is out there doing this for funsies or for quick money. Like, it's easier to get a job and make money than it is to be a plaintiff in an employment case. No question. 100% of the time. It's just not an intelligent way to make money. It's an intelligent way to try to change society and try to fight back and this and that. And you're going to be like, Vince, you say that, but there's definitely people who lie. Sure, there are. And those people are idiots. And generally, they get caught very rapidly. The only real question in terms of when we're representing a liar is how much money they're going to cost me before we catch them. Because we pour tens of thousands, sometimes more, of dollars into a case. And if that person turns out to be a liar, we're not getting that money back. I assure you. That's gonna leave a mark. So yeah, I believe, and I put my money where my mouth is. And Charles, if that makes you angry, no hard feelings. Be angry. The end. Like and subscribe. If this was helpful. If it wasn't, like and subscribe anyways. Take care.